Can you tell the difference between a walleye, a sauger, or a saugeye? This is In Through the Outdoors, and I'm your guide, Jason Walter. Walleye and sauger are closely related, but it's easy to tell them apart. Saugeye, on the other hand, a little bit tougher. To tell a saugeye from a walleye or sauger, you need to look primarily at the dorsal fin, the tall spiny fin in the middle of their back. A saugeye will have spots on its dorsal fin similar to a sauger, but with a more defined tail like a walleye, but more of a white line than a white tip. Essentially, a saugeye shows characteristics of both species. As a hybrid, a walleye will have a mostly plain dorsal fin with no spots, with a dark splotch at the rear of the dorsal fin, while a sauger will have distinct dark spots across its dorsal fin and no dark splotch on the rear of their dorsal. In addition, saugeyes tend to have a mottled appearance with dark blotches. Saugeye will take on the species characteristics of the mother, but as the breeding line continues, it becomes harder to tell a saugeye from a walleye. John Gillespie explained it in an episode of Water and Woods.
He just smoked
woke him up.
Actually, Dave, is that a saugeye?
That's a saugeye. See the white on the tip of the tail?
There you got white on the tail
and
here,
it's got
folks.
The spots on the dorsal fin.
And the spots up there, that is a cross between a walleye and a sauger, a saugeye.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, that's another one that's pretty close to being a keeper.
Show the spots on the dorsal fin on that, how pretty those are. They're so distinct out of the river here, aren't they?
Yeah, they got those big spots on the dorsal fin, and then they'll have horizontal blotches on them where the walleye will have more like a perch stripe on it.
I'm Jason Walter, and that's In Through the Outdoors. Find more at jasonwalter.com. Be safe, and thanks for listening. There are over 1,000 episodes of In Through the Outdoors now, with over 100,000 podcast downloads. Between Hooksets is growing too, and coming soon, a new long-form radio podcast called Walleye Radio, dedicated to chasing Walter.